Emily's the one that's echoing.
Me?
Yep.
Are you
I'm seeing her thing light up on Discord. I hear echo.
Oh.
I don't know what to do about that. My
It's
thing is
okay.
only broadcasting voice.
It's always one of your faults. It's never going to be perfect.
Are you
think it's
broadcasting
Juanita.
voice on Roll20?
No, other way around. I'm only broadcasting video. Sorry.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it. All right,
Okay.
we begin
Uh,
after a short rest in Jambus Darthor's cellar or dungeon. We're not quite sure what to call it. Where
Hey, oh,
different implication.
it's dungeon
His sex dungeon.
no.
Our new friend that we just met today is having us help build his dungeon.
Wait, aren't like two of the spiders pretty crispy?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
yum.
but I figure that amongst 4 spiders we have enough for the 3 that she wanted.
Oh, I would like to go up to one of the crispy spiders and try to with one of its teeth.
You would like to remove one of its teeth?
Yes, that has it. Is it a poisonous spider?
They
Yeah,
definitely were.
good question. Yes,
They
I
were.
believe so.
I remember.
I would like to
very
acquire
keenly.
some spider poison, please.
So, are you
try.
removing a vial of? Do you have a vial? Do you have something to put it in?
I'm checking.
Where's my pencil?
My healing potion and put it in there.
I have a vial if you need one.
I need a vial.
Okay, I will hand you one of my vials.
It's friendo.
All right, roll me a medicine check.
Alright.
Right? You try, and like as you're. Well, I just don't remember what Keyleth used to do. And as you're like putting the vial in, the tooth snaps and sprays, but you can't get any of it, and unfortunately,
Oh, okay.
you are unsuccessful.
Alright. Alright. Well, thank you for the vial, and I give it back.
I'll just clean off any of the venom that has sprayed on the outside on a bit of cloth, and then I'll put it away. So, these should hopefully be useful to our friend, and we can make some sort of a trade with her.
How are we gonna get all these spiders out of here?
Is it at that moment that Cyrenixia comes clomping down the hallway?
Yes. Cyrenix, as you come down, you hear something about getting spiders out.
Give me a moment. I need to remember what I sound like. Okay. Well, we'll have some fun. Are you there? Is everyone all right?
Yep.
Can confirm
Great.
that this is Cyrenexia's voice.
Yep.
We're doing okay. We're a little hurt, but we're all right now.
I'm sorry I was not able to be here to help, but I had other arrangements.
It's fine.
Fine, we'll just fight these spiders.
May I assist?
die.
Way?
Can help us get some spiders out of here. Is everyone gonna like put one spider on their backs and then we can like walk through the street like spiders?
I love that idea.
I believe when we head out, there may be a spell that we could use to assist. But I see that the tunnel goes deeper first, and I would be concerned about us making ourselves any more vulnerable.
Oh, do you think we should go deeper into the tunnel? And I mean, I'm feeling okay now. I'd be okay with that.
He hired us to clean it out, so
All right.
he did offer a compelling bargain, from what I recall.
Mhm.
His sponsorship and the room. I think he offered two gold pieces a day or something like that. I don't remember exactly the number.
Yeah. How did you find us here?
I asked around. I believe Jamra left a note for me at the inn. I was able to follow it.
He just followed the slightly singed footprints.
We then?
So shall we go in?
All right, let's let us.
Is everyone doing okay on spells?
Let me check.
You're a warlock, so you should be
You have all of
okay.
your spells now.
Yeah, you're all back.
Oh wait, I get all my spells back?
After a
After-
short rest.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know that.
why. That's why you should like try to pick up lots of little combat spells, so you can just burn them all and then take a rest and then just do it again.
Hey, hang on. So
If you didn't know that, Sarah, you can change your endure spells after today's session. Or if in the middle of the session you're like, wait, I need this.
that's good.
Based
And I
on-
still only have I have 2 spells, right? 2 spell slots.
You have
Yes.
2 spell
Mhm.
slots that you can
Yeah.
Okay,
cast.
got it. Okay, things make sense.
Okay, can everyone give me their current hit points really quick? Agate, I have yours. Jumra,
21.
21. Orentha,
16.
Cyrenixia.
27.
Wonderful. And passive perception,
just-
Jamra.
Mine is
And
low.
So on.
Oh, 0 or 10. 10.
10. Okay, Orentha.
12.
Fantastic. Cyrenixia.
9.
Okay. So how
Doing
did
great,
you
guys.
get here?
I followed the note that was left for me.
Yes.
All right.
Very detailed note. Fine calligraphy. Beautiful. I used my writing kit. The most useless of tool proficiencies.
But it's so much fun. I don't know. I enjoy it.
I would argue that the gaming kit is the most useless.
I don't know. I made ample use of that in our other game when I was playing Rule.
With your writing kit, you can good, like, if you ever
Victories.
need to get access to some nobles.
They were a set of
Your writing kit could
knucklebone
be
dice.
nice.
Yeah.
They were my uncle's.
And you can use like forgery, or forgery kit is something different than a writing kit, isn't it?
I don't think so actually. I don't think there's a separate forgery kit in 5e.
Hmm.
Anyway, should
Well-
we-
There's a thieves kit, thieves tools.
Yeah.
But I think those are more like lockpicks. Anyway, this is beside the point.
Oh, we go try to find more spiders?
We do
Yeah.
need Cyrenixia mini on the map though.
I will add it.
There is a
Nice.
forgery kit.
Oh,
It does exist.
Haha.
but I'm even less useful than I had previously expected.
What's the tools that you have? Did you say?
It is a writing set.
You have
I
a
don't
pen.
See that in here.
Really? It's in
I
the
don't think-
noble background. It's one of the things.
Oh, it's probably yeah. That's not. It is not a tool or anything. It is just like it's a trinket.
It gives me proficiency in it.
In writing?
Hey, that's
Physically
better
writing
than...
things?
Right, I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
We'll get you. It's okay. We'll get you.
we
We'll
can
teach
teach
you
you
how
to
to
write. Oh.
What's the first letter in your name, Grog? A!
What kind of warlock are you? You haven't.
I really want to watch campaign.
Me? Pact of the Chain.
Okay, so you were packed to the tome.
Is that like
I
the
can't
writing
read.
one?
That's it involves a book.
You have an evil book, and that's all.
It's not
And I can't read.
evil. I wouldn't say
You
it's
have, at best, a neutral book.
It's not evil.
Okay.
So
Wait, that's a great point. I did Pact of the Chain so I could get a familiar, but that would be really funny if I had a book and I couldn't read it.
Oh my god.
You would just
You
memorize
just felt
everything.
really drawn to it for some reason.
What was that?
You just feel really drawn to it for some reason, even though you can't read it.
well, I mean, it's possible that like it is like arcane things, so it could be sort of like your own little weird code of scratches that is not a language that anybody else understands, but just like a code
Ooh.
of scratches that you yourself have.
That's really
Which is
cool.
kind of the point of a spell book anyway.
Yeah. Or it could be like an audiobook. Welcome
Thank you.
to Tome. To iTome. And Orders is like, I packed. Okay, we should go.
We go in to kill more spiders down the hallway.
Alright.
Who would like to?
I would
Oh,
say-
before we leave though, I am going to burn a first level spell and cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Before we leave too, I am going to cast... where to go? I am going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a push-up to make myself feel better.
Wait, what does Armor of Agathis do? I'm so sorry.
You gain...
Armor of Agathis. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
It gives.
Temporary hit points, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
10 temporary hit points.
It
Is it
depends
5
on
or
what.
10?
And then when
It
you
depends on what level she's casting it at. I think she only has level 2 spells right now.
Second
So it'd be
level.
10.
So it'd be
Yeah, 10 cold. It's 10 hit points, temporary hit
Yeah.
points, and then it does either 5 or 10 cold damage every time someone
Yeah.
hits you.
I think
It's
10.
5
think it's
for
10.
each level.
It's 5 for each level, yeah.
So it
Okay, I'll
does
look it up
10.
while we're doing it.
So,
So if
so
anyone
you get 10
hits you,
temporary.
go ahead, Jack.
No, you.
No, go ahead. Like I need to do other things too.
Wait.
So
So if anyone hits you, you have the temporary hit points that get in the way, and they take 10 cold damage. But if the hit points if you lose hit points from being hit, it doesn't all go away. If say there's 4 left, you still deal on the next hit 10 damage. So the damage potential can really outstrip the amount of hit points that are on there in terms of temporary hit points.
Okay.
If there are lots of little things that are attacking you. So
Okay. Cool. So I cast Armor of Agathis, and it's really cool because my skin is all like red, and you can see the blue over it, and I turn like this page of like normal looking pink.
Oh.
Yeah. And I assume coming down here it's probably dark, and I've already lit up my sword. So my sword has a sort of glowy, shimmery, reddish light, reddish, fiery looking light to it.
sounds good.
I clap my hands together twice, and then a ring of flame rushes down each arm, and the shirt sort of disappears around it, and in its place is this heavy, dark metal
Chain.
along the forearms, and then on the upper arms, and then there's a small breastplate in the front going down to like a sort of a white linen, think Egyptian skirt on the pants.
Nice.
So it's almost like a gladiator armor.
Amro, why are you wearing a dress?
It is the war garb of my people. Most of us do not have legs, so
You
perhaps-
You don't have
well,
legs?
I have legs, and I sort of wiggle a foot, but I am a disappointment in that regard.
I mean, I would think having legs is better than not having legs. How do you get around without legs?
You sort of float. bit. And they can fly. I mean, they
Oh.
can have legs if they want to have legs, but they don't.
Oh, but you have legs all the time.
Yes, I have legs all the time. Yes. Yes.
Think anyone have anything else to prep? Oh.
Nope.
I just like didn't follow everyone. Here we go.
All right.
Bye, circle.
I love. I'm just gonna make this comment. I love that you've put the least observant person in the front. Thank you.
We've put the most durable
She's the
person in the front.
beefiest.
Sweet.
I have 27 health and 17 armor.
All right. As
And I mean, like 5 feet behind her is the monk.
the
28
monk.
health.
I have a 12 passive perception.
That's the highest in the group.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
For
Also,
what,
we can make
five?
an active. We can actively be looking around as we do this too.
Are you being stealthy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll
I would
stealth
imagine
checks.
We're being
Alright.
relatively quiet. With disadvantage, because I have heavy armor.
Is this a group
21.
stealth check or
Yes.
or individual ones? Okay.
Mhm.
Is
Ooh. So
this bread?
seemingly 2 successes, 2 failures, most likely.
Okay.
I've like continued talking to Jamra even though he stopped talking to me.
All right. And where are you looking
I
as
will
you're
nod
walking?
politely.
You're walking.
Ceiling. I'm
Ceiling.
looking at the ceiling. Because that's where I should have looked last time.
Okay, how wide is the ceiling? Like curved and low, or is it really high, or like?
It's about twice your height, Agate.
You have dark vision, right, Sir Nixia?
Nope. That's why I
No.
have a glowy light in my
Oh,
sword.
okay.
Dragonborn.
All right. As you're walking, it's a bit gloomy. You can hear some scurrying. But it doesn't seem like it's dangerous. It seems more like regular-sized spiders. Over whatever might be there, the ground feels slightly damp almost. Not necessarily because it's wet down here, but because there's not great airflow. There's a strange smell that you've never really smelled before. It's unpleasant, but not horribly so. And as you're walking Jamra, you're looking up at the ceiling. It seems relatively dark, relatively quiet. Just, there's a few roots coming down through this tunnel. The tunnel does look like it's relatively big. I mean, you can stretch your arms out either side and you can't touch the ceiling either. And as you're walking, it's really very silent here. It's just your footsteps and Agate's talking.
Is there anything ahead of us? Can we see any movement as we move through?
No. So you guys are now kind of, let me move. If you use your arrow keys, you can navigate. It's fun, since I can't move all of you. There we go. Keep moving. Alright. So next, passive perception check. Perception
9.
check, please. Perception.
Passive or perception?
Just regular perception checks.
From all of us, or just Sir Nixia?
Whoever is now in the cavern. To all of you.
All of us.
Oh, that's all perception.
Hang on.
Good from Sir Nixia, though.
Yeah. Surprisingly, with the negative modifier.
I
All right.
roll well.
Cyrenixia, you sense something. And I'm going to have you all roll initiative.
Yeah.
We don't have to play combat stuff.
No.
Wow, that was loud.
Sorry.
How
Wow.
No one said they were unhappy with initiative.
I feel like I'm the 90-year-old grandma trying to use an iPhone right now, but like
Click on your character, then click on your token, and then go click on your character sheet, and press the initiative button, which is right next to your armor class.
token character sheet.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Almost
I'm
as bad
proud
as-
of you.
Ooh, Orentha.
Monk.
Okay.
So nimble.
All right, and I will order this. Descending. Orentha, in front of you, you see something shift into being. You're not quite certain what it is until it appears.
Could it be a spider?
It's shaped like a spider.
Oh no, it's getting bigger.
Ah.
Oh, nope.
And in front of you, shimmering, you see a giant, it's large, but I like using actual things.
Giant is
White spider with, I don't,
use it as much as you want.
okay.
That's what.
It's
Yeah.
white. Its mandibles are an electric blue. Its back is electric blue. And it clicks at you. What do you want to do?
Oh, they say, oh, go in the tunnel, they said. Get some money, they said. And I run around it. I talk to myself about how upset I am. I try to get in a position where someone could flank it in the future.
You can flank it right now if you go there.
Can you flank something
That's true.
diagonally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I flank it.
Great.
Oh goodness. There we go.
You do some
And-
monk shit and leap over it.
Yeah, I do a sick flip over two of its legs, avoiding its back, because I'm not a fan of it.
All right.
And then with advantage, 17.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Good job.
Okay. Okay, so damage.
Oh wait, that's yeah. Just click on the. I think if you just click on the short sword, it
Yeah.
should.
Click on short sword and it should work.
No,
I-
in the on the
In
right.
the chat.
It screeches
God.
as you hit it.
There we go.
9
Oh.
damage.
There it is.
9 damage. Okay, I was like, whoa, she did 17 damage. This is
No.
one badass character. Oh my goodness.
And then
It'll
a
come.
21 with my fist,
All right.
as I just try to break one of its
And-
legs.
Oh,
Its leg kind of cracks as you do
Yay.
that. And already it is looking very poorly.
Okay, I will spend a key point to do patient defense.
All right.
Wait, actually, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
Go ahead.
Because why would I be responsible? 24.
That hits.
Hey.
Why do you get?
Also-
Oh, yes. Okay.
4 damage.
All right.
I think that's all I can do.
All right. It is screeches in pain. Jabra.
this spider looks really different to the others. Could
Yes.
I make some sort of a check to see if I know anything about it?
How much would you actually have known about spiders? Or about things?
Well, I'm a reasonably intelligent person, and I've seen bazaars filled with different things. Like,
Okay. Go ahead.
what sort of check is this?
The arcane.
Oh, great. That's a natural 20 for
It is a
23.
phase spider.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
You know that this is the only thing that would have gotten you information, Jack. You know that it can very quickly shift between the material and the ethereal plane, which is why you heard nothing. It is poisonous
Ah.
and otherwise very much like a spider. This one also looks poorly.
Yeah. Do you mean it looks generally ill, or it's that she has injured it
She's
very
done
badly?
fantastically.
Okay. In that case, and can I see anything deeper in the room? Like, does it seem like it's the only thing in here?
It does. Let me actually finish drawing. The room is kind of pretty much like this. So Orentha is sort of at the end.
There's not
Okay.
any further passageways.
Or maybe if I decide that you guys need more fun later.
Okay. So I will take a step back.
All right.
And then I will circle my hands about and let loose a blast of lightning.
Ooh. Roll. Whatever it is you roll, or does it roll? It's very exciting.
Chromatic is a
This
wah, wah, wah.
the orb streaks towards it, and almost as if when it gets close to the spider, it just and disappears. Anything else
Okay.
you'd like to do?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. The spider reaches forward. It's incensed, but whatever is behind it is, despite all the damage, is still less bad than 3 people in front of it. It reaches out and attacks with a
Yes.
10.
Nope.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Every sneeze is also in game, for the record.
Agate lets out a giant sneeze.
That explains the stealth check.
And and then the spider disappears. So I'm just going to put a symbol on it so I don't have to deal with it right now. But it will be moving around. There, bright pink. So the spider disappears. Agate.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to move around to where it last was.
Mm-hmm. I'll
I'm
just
going
get you out of the way.
I'm going to hold Eldridge Blast for if that is not one of us shows up.
Okay. Cyrnixia?
Where did the creature go? Do you see anyone?
It's in its home plane at the moment. It will be back momentarily.
I will ready a greatsword attack.
All right,
My
Orentha?
sword, as green flame runs down my.
I will also just move a little bit in case it moves to a different area. And then I will hold my attack action
Okay.
until it is in melee.
Until it's in
I will
melee.
also.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, until I see it.
Okay.
It's that dark.
I will also hold my attack until I see it.
What are you holding? Since you have spells.
Scimitar.
Okay.
I'm holding a scimitar.
Well, sometimes you hold spells. So I was
I'm holding my scimitar.
Okay, great. The spider reappears
Yep.
in the ceiling above you,
Oh no.
Jabra.
I swing.
How tall are you?
How tall am I? I think I'm about like. I think I'm like. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's about 5'10".
All right. You can reach.
Okay. I am so good with this scimitar, guys. I remember. I know you all loved it when it came out last time. But actually, no, I'm not. It's not the scimitar. It's the spear. I forgot. I had set aside the scimitar. I wasn't worthy of it.
Oh,
Hey!
that hits. Roll for damage.
Stab.
You stab upwards with the spear.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The spider shrieks.
Do all of
And-
us release our held attacks?
Are you
No,
all
melee,
you all
but
have melee?
Agate can shoot.
Oh, I
Agate
do.
doesn't. Megan
I
has
dart.
a blast.
You had Eldritch Blast.
am Eldritch Blasting. I can figure this out.
Click, click. That hits.
Hey!
Whew.
And the spider shrieks again and reaches out to bite Jumbra.
Orentha still has her dart.
I have my dart.
Oh, you were readying a dart?
I
You're
said
ready,
attack
melee.
action. I said melee, and then I said no, just attack action. So if you want me to be specific, I'll let
Yeah.
it go. But, okay,
would
then
prefer
I
you were
swing my
specific.
sword. Sadly,
Okay. I'm sorry if, like, yeah.
no, it's fine. It makes sense.
Does a 15 hit, Jumbra?
No, right now it's
You have Mage Armor up.
that equals my AC with Mage Armor, but I'm going to use Shield.
Okay.
Oh.
Poof.
The spider reaches out
Not
to
doing that
grasp
again.
you and fails to connect. Alright, and then I believe none of the rest of you have been able to do anything, so Agate, it is now your turn.
It's not gone though. It's still there.
It is still there.
Okay, I'm gonna run around to here, and I am going to cast Command on the spider.
Ooh.
And I am going to say, my friend.
One word.
Oh, one word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like grovel or flee.
Flee or drop or.
Just drop.
Oh, you can get a prone though. That's good.
The spider
no, it's gonna
drops
me.
down
Well,
from
okay.
the ceiling and falls on Jumra.
Can the
But I
spell
was-
understand Sarah? Can the creature understand Sarah?
No,
Because
I
the spell
don't think
has-
so.
Target does not understand.
They are intelligent.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
What do they
Their
say?
their intelligence is -2 though, and I don't feel like they'd actually understand things. But I prefer that it fall on Jumra.
Yeah. If
Okay,
there's a
that's fair.
stat block, it should say what language.
No, that's
the
fair.
creature knows.
I've got the spear up, so maybe that'll help. But
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be a fun.
The blunt
combo
end of the
move
spear
there.
falls into your chest and you die.
everyone in the party needs an opportunity to accidentally kill Jamra.
Okay, so I command it to drop. And then does Jomra get an attack of opportunity because it drops on his head?
It cannot understand your language, so it clicks menacingly at you.
Oh.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I just like to scoot over here.
All right. Syrinxia.
I will approach and slice with my sword. Let's see, where is this? Does this work how I want it to?
Ooh.
How would you like to do this?
I think I'll just sever its, like, its front legs and have it collapse on the ground. Wait, is it still on the ceiling? Did it drop or not? It is on the ground? Okay.
No, it's on the ceiling.
Oh. I'll just stab my sword up into its chest. Like Samwise the Brave.
Its thorax. I have something in my eye. Alright, as you do that, it drops down right on top of you, and because it's narrower here, it sort of scritches and its legs go at all odd angles. And it gets caught sort of halfway down.
Well, that went better.
I really don't like spiders.
But you did a very good job. That channel, that dislike, and good work.
I kick the dead spider.
Its legs flail suddenly.
Ah!
Oh, it likes you. Well, this was good work, and I imagine that such a fine creature as this would fetch quite a bit more of a payment from our new friend.
Oh yeah, no, this is an interesting one.
Going off of what I saw Agate do earlier, would it be possible to see if there's some material thing in the body of the phase spider that allows it to phase that we can take?
Ooh.
Oh, would I know anything about that with my previous Arcana check?
Sure. It's more of an innate ability than anything else. People don't really know how it moves. It's something that researchers have looked into, but don't really quite yet know how.
Maybe our contact at the terrifying taxidermist would
Probably
be
no.
able to help us with that, though.
Potentially.
That might be a useful. Uh, she might have some input on that. Orentha.
Sure. I haven't been to this taxidermist, but I'm a fan of their work. The creepy chipmunk guys.
Oh yes, that did happen.
She is a strange woman.
Yes, she is.
So shall we carry these out then?
Is there further to the cave?
Let's see if there's anything else interesting around here.
Make an
Yeah, I'd like to
investigation
investigate.
Are there any hidden
Job
walls?
half done.
What, Cyrenix?
Any
Be
sort
be
of
precise
human
and make
wrapped
sure
up
there
in
were no other
webbing?
passages. That's all I said.
I still couldn't hear you. Crosstalk.
It was not important. It was flavor things.
Okay, cool. Alright. Jambra, where were you looking?
I'm looking sort of all around the walls, and I'm trying to see if there are any. I know in the last one we found refuse from the previous victims of these spiders. I'm looking in the webbing if there is any, to see if there is anything that has been left down here.
It's sort of webbing on the walls and such. It doesn't really seem as if there's anything really lying around. There's a couple of dirt heaps, but it seems more like excavation refuse.
Okay.
Orentha, where were you looking?
I was looking for any hidden doors or hidden things in the walls. To see
Okay.
if there's any more of this cavern.
As you're pushing through, there's places where the soil seems softer, but it doesn't really seem to go further. Necessarily. Sorry, Jack, if you were saying.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Are there any passages up? Anything in the ceiling?
As you look up, this part where you're standing seems to go slightly further. Does your orb move? Never mind.
Guys, if these spiders can just show up, how do we know that that we got them all?
Perhaps.
What was your response to?
I
Was
wonder.
there nothing in the ceiling?
I just asked how far your orb goes up. Like, what's it attached to?
It's a light spell. How high is the ceiling?
What is it affixed to?
My sword.
Okay. So it seems to be casting a light, but the ceiling seems about 12 feet here rather than the 8 it was before.
So it's 40 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim.
Yeah. So you see the top. There seem to be no holes in the top. There is webbing everywhere.
Very well.
I'd like to look in the webbing some more. Before I was looking for if there were any remains of the victims, but now I want to see if there are any eggs.
Oh.
Because as you mentioned, Agate, it could be that these things keep getting cleared out, but they've already laid their eggs. Or perhaps their eggs are found in the soil, and then when caverns are exposed, they have a source of nutrients. There are many possibilities. Also, a phase spider, they can travel through seemingly solid objects by traveling to their counterpart dimension.
It might be a good idea to burn it all.
Well, let's not be hasty.
Simple enough.
So, Jumbra, as you look up, you notice that, yeah, the webbing is really thick, but it's almost too thick.
Oh.
Like, right sort of in this corner. Right here. And it's
Okay.
tall, you can't quite reach and see, but it seems much thicker than the surrounding area.
So is the thickened area higher up, or is it all along that side?
It's sort of like higher up, it's localized.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
It's higher up and localized.
Okay. Does it appear to be some sort of like an egg sac, or does it appear to be like covering a hole in the wall?
You would have to get closer.
Okay. I will approach. I say, Cyrnixia, perhaps you can give me a boost.
Certainly. I'll give him a boost.
Alright, so
And
Jumbra,
I will examine it closely along the edges.
so how are you? Are you sitting on Cyrenix's shoulders?
Yeah, I'm just sitting on her shoulders.
Okay. So your face almost hits it. But as you look at it, this is definitely an egg sac.
Ah. Well, these
And it seems to be
could
quite full.
Why
these
don't
could
we?
be-
Let's take some eggs with us. Maybe the person would like them.
I think that we take the sack with us rather than opening it up and separating them
Why
out.
would we take this with us? Wouldn't it
Because
be more dangerous?
oh, certainly. But number one, a person who is interested in these spiders for their venom or other properties might very much like to have the ability to breed them if they had a supply. And two, if these are phase spider eggs as opposed to the regular spiders, it would be extraordinarily valuable. The creatures are intelligent, they could be trained. It would be worth quite a bit. Particularly to those who are interested in transporting animals. Was that one of the things that was mentioned down at the docks? OGM in the sky? Is there a person
Animal
who's,
transportation or
yeah, sale of like animals or monsters, like a menagerie type thing.
you didn't
Thought there
hear
was something.
anything specific about it, I don't think, but you would assume that something like
Okay.
that exists. I mean, there's
Okay.
tournaments going on.
Let's take this out of here. This could be really valuable.
We leave the rest of the spiders for now, or should I take everything?
We should take everything we can.
Dangerous.
I don't think
'Cause
it
we
is
need
worth the
to-
risk.
What risk? Listen, if they start to hatch, I just simply burn them all.
Can I look at the eggs and try to figure out how far along they are?
You see a giant sack way above you, and Jamra is slightly blocking your view of it.
Well, once he gets it down, I'd like to check.
Oh, has
Yeah,
he
I'll
taken
try
it
to
down
bring-
yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it down from the wall.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting. I can move
I'm
everything.
good at dexterity. 15.
Okay. And now roll me a strength check, please, so that you can maneuver it down.
Okay. Can Cyrenixia offer me help?
I would be happy
She's
to.
kind of holding you, so it would be slightly more balancing
I can
involved on
help.
your part.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Okay.
roll with advantage.
Okay. 16 then with
Great
advantage.
choice.
That's why I
So you
asked.
guys carefully managed to maneuver it down. And Cyrenex, it's rather heavy. It's kind of sticky, actually. It's not very comfortable to the touch. Orentha, you don't like spiders. This just makes you shudder.
Mm.
It's like cotton candy almost, but it doesn't smell good. Price Chopper had maple cotton candy, and I looked at it and I said yes, and then I was like, this is a fifth of my grocery bill, and I put it back. But I wanted it. So, yes, it looks like cotton candy. It does not smell like cotton candy.
Can we see how big the eggs are in there? Are they like
It's relatively
poke-
smooth.
Oh.
Do you want to poke it?
No, I was asking if they're the same size as Pokeballs,
Oh, okay.
but nope. I don't want to touch it.
Okay.
You are touching it.
I don't want to touch it.
Perhaps, wouldn't it be nice if we had some way of transporting all of these things out?
Indeed, it would. Do you
Perhaps-
have some idea?
I do.
Oh, is this the wish thing?
Yeah.
I wish we
Yes.
could carry this stuff out.
Thank you.
Oh,
Someone
yeah.
is playing along. Your wish is my command. This is so degrading. And I snap my fingers. And s-
How you do?
What?
How you do this? That's so cool.
do what?
Yeah, oh, sorry. Snap your fingers. Go ahead. I'm very intrigued.
Okay. Snap my fingers and swirl my finger around and around and around, and out comes this shimmering grayish smoke that shoots out further and further and further until it resolves in this smoky disc that hovers a couple feet off the ground. It's like it's scalloped slightly, like if you imagine a wok. So it will hold the things that are placed into it, and it's a wide disc about. And I will gently place the egg sac on it.
I'm gonna go and get
Tensor's floating disc.
Nice.
put them on there too.
Yeah.
As soon as you said gray disc, I was like, ah! But the flavor is really good and disorienting.
It's my favorite part.
All right, so you've got the egg sac on the disc, and as you're walking, you hit up against the face spider corpse.
And I guess we'll just like maneuver it out of the little crevice and then take it along with us as well.
Strength checks.
Why don't you do that, Nixia?
Alright, do that.
I will help you.
Very well. That's a saving throw. It's this.
So Nexia, you
So
push against it, and it's really, really difficult. It takes some maneuvering. You have to look at it and push it around, but you manage to get it closer to the part where it's even thinner.
What?
So it gets stuck.
Oh.
You manage to push it down about a foot, and then it gets stuck.
This is
Can-
this. What's
Agates and I assist.
No, this is the spider.
gotcha?
That's the spider corpse. Yes, you may.
Oh boy.
So 14.
All right, with some more pushing, at some point, what's intelligence levels here?
Are there any legs that could be lopped off to make this easier?
I'm not.
I mean, I prefer not to split it up if we can.
What are intelligence levels here? Or
I have
wisdom?
intelligence
minus
12.
1.
Okay.
I think
So next, as you look at this, you realize it's not going to work by brute strength. Orentha.
Okay.
I pull out my sword.
Sorry,
Yes.
it was Orentha that realized that. Syrexia would have no clue. Orentha,
Don't
it's not
chop it
going to
up
work
yet.
by brute strength.
Oh boy.
Is there a part of it that's
There's a part of the wall that sort of comes in dips, and this is where the spider's stuck,
Okay.
and it needs to be
May I?
maneuvered. Go
Do you
ahead.
wanna
Push the wall.
do we wanna dig out the wall a little bit?
You
I
can
want to
certainly
punch
try.
it.
Roll a punch. A piece of the wall falls off.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Yeah, like a nice big clump of dirt comes out and the spider sort of shifts a little bit.
Serenexia, do you want to try and punch the wall?
I believe you are better at punching than I am. The sword is more my area of expertise.
Okay, I will.
And I would rather not dull my blade on such
I,
earth.
I'm using my hands. I'll wrap my hands a little more and punch the wall a lot.
All right. As you spend some time, you're shaping it. You get a little bit on one side, you look at the other side, you shape a little bit more that way. And the face spider is relatively free and able to be moved now.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we will maneuver it out of the area,
All right.
and then
And you get into
once
the
we're
cavern.
once we're in the main area, we're gonna load up as much as we can onto the disc, and we'll carry the rest.
All right.
And we will
And
carry it out.
how much can the disc carry?
500 pounds.
Okay. I have no clue how much this spider would weigh. So let's say you can fit the phase spider. You can fit one of the spiders with the egg sac before it gets too heavy, but then you can fit the other two spiders on one. So you'll end up having to make 3 trips.
Okay.
Okay. It's fine. Like we'll take the time we need to do it right.
Okay.
Or do we want to go all the way back to the? Do we want to get them all out of the basement, or are we transporting them to the taxidermist
I
before we
want to
come
take
back?
him directly to the taxidermist, but if you guys want to report to our friend, then I can do that while you're doing that, unless you want to come along.
I'd like to come along. I really like that store.
I would love to see what they have to offer.
Okay then. And we will march our convoy of spiders down the streets.
As you do that, you don't get more than like 500 yards before a guard from the Tranquil Guard comes up to you and says, "Ho there! License, please?
Show him our license.
Cleanup squad?"
Yes.
It was very messy.
Cleaning.
That's a face spider, man. That's way above your pay grade. Where
Well,
did you
it still
find a
tried to
face
kill-
spider?
Oh, we found it on the ground. It was with a group of other spiders.
I
Well-
was under the impression that our pay grade was whatever we got paid for the job. Had nothing to do with what the job was.
Let me tell you something. This spider is worth more than cleanup crew's gonna make. So I'm gonna have to confiscate this.
Didn't we just get a raise?
Listen. Yes, we did actually. We are now an what is the technical term?
I mean,
We are
by all means, if you got a raise, I'd love to see the paperwork. But like, you're a cleanup squad.
Listen,
And we
my
are
friend.
not selling these spiders, we are moving them to another location.
Under whose orders?
But
While
Listen.
all this is going on, I'm going
I-
to grab the eggs off the cart and put them behind my back.
Make a stealth check, please.
Oh.
I feel like
I-
this egg sac, the way it's described, is like as big as your entire body.
No.
I would like to.
The
to
guard
start
looks
talking.
at you, Agate, and goes, back up.
I would say, excuse me, sir. And I'm going to use my position of privilege ability. People assume that I have the right to be wherever I am and do whatever I'm doing, and the common folk make every effort to accommodate me and avoid my displeasure. And I will say, listen, we have just undertaken a job to clear out this and I will mention the location for further development. As a result of receiving that job, we were instructed we would receive this increase in our standing. Now, we are just simply trying to complete that job in a reasonable amount of time and provide the best possible service as we were requested to do. If you would like to take that up with Mr. What's the name of the person again?
Trying to see if
I will say
anybody
his
else
name.
remembers.
I will say his name because I met him in character 1 hour ago, but in real life a month ago.
That's fair. All right, Jambus Arthur.
Just Jambus Arthur, you are more than welcome to speak to him. But at the moment, we have to ensure that these are properly disposed of.
The more you speak, the more nervous he gets. It's like in those animes where like the bead of sweat stops dropping down. He looks at you, he's like, "Sir, I'm so sorry, but if you just had the paperwork, like
And you can get the paperwork if you go and speak to him.
but I can't leave you
Yes, you don't yes, you can do that. Listen, upon my word, I am an honest man, and if you speak to him and you go, you will have your paperwork, and you can inform him that we have completed his task as desired. Listen, if you have if he comes back and he says that he does not have that paperwork for us, then you can of course take it up with me. I am more than happy to answer to any honest problem. But this is not a problem with us doing something we are not supposed to do. We have completed our job and we are trying to get that done in a reasonable amount of time. So thank you for your concern.
He sort of runs his hands through his hair. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. Finally, my investment in persuasion pays off. With an advantage, that's 14.
All right. So looks, but you'll file the paperwork within
Of course.
24 hours, right?
Oh, of course. Immediately.
And where can I find you?
Oh, you can. You
We
will
live
find
with
us at. Yes, we are his house guards.
Cyrenixia visibly relaxed when he consents to not be obnoxious. A red glow fades.
Okay, he sort of steps back and goes, well, all right, you know what? I'll walk with you. So,
Sure.
all right, yeah, I'll walk with you because otherwise someone else is gonna get a hold of you, and this is making my head hurt.
Of course. And we'll go to Jambus directly.
We're going. Okay, so you guys turn around from the direction you were headed.
Yeah,
and
so
go to
we get the
Jambus.
paperwork and he'll leave us alone.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As you step
Is that
into
cool with you guys?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. As you get to Jambus, you see his private guards that are sort of smiling and nodding, seeing that you've actually come out. Some of them recognize you, not all of them do. And one of them just sort of takes Cyrenixia, since she's the leader in, or no, Jamra, because Cyrenixia wasn't there before, into Jambus. And as Jambus sees you, he goes, "You're alive! Did everyone else make it?"
Yes, and in fact, one of our compatriots joined us as well. We were very successful.
Fantastic. So how many spiders did I have down there?
There were 3 of the gigantic variety, many more of the much smaller variety, and then 1 phase spider as well.
His eyes get super big. And you can sort of see on his face. Actually, make an insight check.
Okay. Nope.
He
Has
looks
a face.
just sort of anguished. But he could also be angry or happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
You have
"Well,
a strong emotional reaction.
that's excellent. So you're dealing with cleanup, and let me actually. I see you have a tranquil guard with you.
Yes.
Yes,
He was
officer. We're
concerned that
we're
we had
doing the paperwork. Yeah. Just step right in with me, and we'll get your name changed from Squad 13 to well, whatever you want it to be. Unless you want to keep Squad 13, but Squad 13 might be confusing. He sort of sits you down, starts rating things out, and he's like, we really should have this notarized.
Right now,
You could have followed him.
we're still out.
You could follow him if you
say,
want.
can our guard here, friend, notarize him? He is a city official, and I am assured that he is the most trustworthy and fair of men.
Well, his
I
fingers.
say, looking at him and smiling and nodding. Looking at the guard and smiling and nodding, rather.
Yeah, Jambus sort of grins. And he's like, yeah, you're new here.
That is true.
He can be a witness, but having it publicly entered into the books has to be done at an office.
Of course.
Yeah, there's one in Pemel, quite good, just down the street. But I'll write this out, and this should get you through till tomorrow.
I'm going to get a magic item that's just a sheet of paper that says it's the psychic paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna, I can't. It's gonna happen at some point, and then I'm going to abuse it heartily.
Wait, what is it?
Doctor
Psychic
Who has
paper.
A psychic
Yeah.
paper that you show people. It's what they expect. So, like,
Yeah, it's a badge
shows
and it says-
it's the FBI or it's whatever. It's like whatever badge of authority he needs.
It's whatever will work.
Yeah. It shows people what they expect to see when you show it to them.
Okay. That could go bad in some ways, but that's alright.
Well, you set up the expectation, but you say something like, "This is XX," whatever.
Alright. So, Jambus writes things down. Jamra, you sign. The Tranquil Guard signs, and he goes, alright, you'll just have to stop by an office. It'll be a quick 10 minutes. Do you have any things to move in?
I think we have a few personal belongings. Or my companions do.
Alright.
As soon as we assign the rooms, we can place those there.
Alright. Well, the guard takes his leave after he signs the witness thing, after making a note really quickly on his own little notepad. First you enjoy it, then you hate it. I can't please anyone. And Jambus sort
I
of
look
says,
forward to abusing this bureaucracy.
Jambus sort of says, you are obviously free to come and go as you wish, but the gate closes at 11, and at least for the first few days or so, you might want to get back by then, just so everyone gets to know your face, and there's no problems, and we don't have to wake up a captain of the guard or anything. Just until people know your names, but
Of course.
it just makes it easier on everyone. Alright, well, I shall see you. My butler will help you and show you where your rooms are, and you shouldn't have to really talk to me until you're actually guarding me, which will be roughly in this room and in my office.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for reading the place. I want you to go back down with my own guards and workers every once in a while just to make sure the infestation is fully cleared. But just tell us when it's empty, and we can set fire to the chambers to get rid of any remaining webbage.
All right.
All right. Well, good day to you, sir.
Good day to you. And I will give a short bow and step back out of the room.
All right. So the guards outside that are his own are sort of chatting amongst themselves and looking at the face spider and being like, man, like, how long did it take you to fight this thing?
About 18 seconds.
Their eyes get really big. Roll a persuasion check.
It's the
entirely
truth.
true. It's even longer. Oh no, it was 18 seconds. Yeah.
Persuasion. Ooh, I'm not charismatic.
They look at you and just sort of burst out
It was only
laughing.
12 seconds, because it was
Aw.
my second round of actions.
Cernixia, where
So,
are you at?
Yeah, I
it
guess
was
I held an
actually-
action. That's right.
Yes, that's true. It was actually about 12.
They sort of look at you. You roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
It was not a particularly challenging.
13.
In the face of all of this, they're like,
Yes. We'd be happy to tell you the story at dinner tonight.
yeah, that sounds great. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm, Tamish.
Jamra. Pleased to meet you as well, Tamish.
And the other one is,
Cernixia.
hi, Cernixia. And they sort of nod to everyone else, and the older one that's slightly less excited, but not by much, is like, he sort of shakes his head, snaps out of it, and is like, mine is Durm.
Durm. And Tanesh.
Tamish.
Tamesh. Orentha.
Pleased to meet you. I'm sorry
Where
we
are
didn't
we
believe you at
At
first.
this, where are we at the moment?
You are, I believe, in Pemulp, which is a higher district city. Higher tier district. Words are hard.
We're in the courtyard of our employer's home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, let me
Yeah, I don't know how it is for you, but Maria's audio is really. And
I'm not sure what to. Here, how's that?
I'm hearing it pretty well.
That works.
You're tuned into me, though, Derek.
okay, that's better. Right.
Okay.
Whatever you did.
All right, sounds good. So, Tamish and Durham sort of look at you guys and still just in awe. And like, well, yes, see you at dinner.
Of course.
Sounds like it's
best
going
get
to be a
these
really
off.
good story. Yeah. Okay. And so it is going to take you the next couple of hours to move all these fighters. How long does Tensor's floating disc last?
Tensor's disc will last for 1 hour, but then
Is
Like-
it possible that we could hire a cart?
Perhaps
we
our new
can do that.
employer
I can
just
also
has one.
recast it. Like, I can just burn some sorcery points and recast it.
I'm sure we could also ask, like, is there a stable at the house?
As
Or
you,
something?
Cyrenixia said something about a cart, Tamish sort of jumps to his feet. He's like, yeah, absolutely. The donkeys might not like it, but yeah, we can go get that. And he just scampers.
Thank you. sir.
Okay.
I love him. I would die for him.
He seems.
Durham looks sad.
Oh.
Oh. Can I insight check Durham?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh. Well.
Such insight.
Oh,
Durham
wow.
is a human.
Great.
He's
Wow, we have
wearing
so
a
much
flesh
in
suit.
common.
In this city, yes. In fact, in this group,
Yeah. No one's the normie.
the only human you've met.
All right, so Tamash soon comes back with a cart. You can fit this face spider on it, and the egg sac
Okay.
kind of fits, but you sort of, as you're trying to figure out how to put them in, you figure like it's probably better to just
Yeah.
So the cart's
keep
not
things.
any bigger than the floating disc.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
how
just
big is
keep
the
it-
how big is the floating disc? Sorry.
The floating disc is 3 feet in diameter. But it just holds 500 pounds.
Okay, so actually, yes, you could fit the egg sac on. Sorry.
But we can't. It's not big enough to load up the other spiders in the same.
We'll just take 2
We
trips.
could
It
carry.
doesn't matter.
Well,
Like,
as you
Like, how
bring
heavy are the spiders?
as you bring another spider up, you realize they can go on top of the face spider in the cart.
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, like,
Very well.
and we'll just take it over.
All right.
We'll put a tarp over it first, though, because I don't want to deal with any more freaking guards. And in fact, from now on, I will always carry. I will find. I'm gonna go. I'll spend the copper, and I'll just buy like a sheet, like a black sheet or something, so I can toss it over things.
Very inconspicuous all of your goods.
Just a tarp or something. If you
Something.
go to, if you look
Ordinary.
at every cart covers their goods. The idea that the carts are just left open is a modern whatever.
All right. So, as you even before you manage to express the idea of wanting a tarp, Durm dashes off and comes back with one. And he hands it to you, but he's looking at Orentha.
You are my favorite dorm.
Thomas looks really sad.
Don't worry, Thomas. There is time in the future.
Oh.
Both of their ears and cheeks just go bright red. And you guys head off towards the bushy tail.
Orentha pursues non-traditional relationships. Finds love wherever she wants it.
I'm actually really excited to see what she does.
I'm super excited for this.
So,
This is not what I
man
expected.
that you're working for, and what have you signed us up for, Jean-Marie?
Essentially, in order to get into the next level of this bureaucracy, we need to be properly assigned to an individual as a guard. So rather than directly taking tasks from the city, or we can still do that, but we wouldn't necessarily go to those minor posts. We would take tasks from him. So it's essentially the same thing, because as you saw, we were cleaning out basements in one place, and now we are cleaning out basements in a nicer part of town. They don't have nicer basements, though. Their basements are more full of spiders. So,
Very
we
well.
get living quarters, so that's nice, and we get 4 gold a day less 1 gold for living expenses, so 3 gold a day for each of us. Comes
Okay.
out to 21 a week.
28 is how
28
much?
a week. Well,
Yeah, 28 a week minus the 7 you're spending on food, but your
So
total
that's-
earning power a week is 50. So it's
Oh, we
important
get
to
So
keep
the
in
28 counts towards the total of 50 that we're allowed to earn a week, is what you're saying.
Yes. So
Yeah.
posting it again.
but that
So-
only includes money that we get from them, as opposed to from the city or from him. Doesn't include money that we get from
From
tournaments
just selling a spider.
or selling a spider.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
Did we get any money for the job, or is it just we get for doing whatever he tells us we get the
Pretty much for guiding him and doing whatever he tells you.
okay.
Yeah.
I think
So,
he said he
for
would
the
hire
guards,
us
is
if
it-
we did this job.
You what,
Yeah.
Orentha?
I think he said he would hire us if we did this job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a tryout. And from what I gathered before, it was like the money was for guarding him and doing like basic things, but if he had something special, we would get hazard pay or whatever.
Yeah. This first one is sort of more of a trial, though.
Yeah. Here's the thing: we are not going to report any income we can avoid reporting. I'm gonna go find.
It's been
I'm
4
gonna- I'm
episodes
gonna- I'm
and we're
gonna
tax
take a s-
evading.
I'm gonna take a skill in profession accountant.
Yes! I'm so scared, but yes. I'm gonna teach
done
you all
before.
math.
In another game, I had profession banker.
Oh, that's cool.
I was a half orc who was raised to be a banker by his human father, and then ran away to try to get in touch with his orcish side. He was also a weak spindly armed wizard. So
Is this when you were playing like a first or second edition game? Or
yeah, it
I feel like I
was.
heard
It
about
was
this.
it was so silly.
Was that the really hot orc, or is that a different orc?
Yes, he had great hair. We rolled 3d6 in order, and he rolled a 16 charisma. But in that edition was racist, so half orcs couldn't have more than a 14 charisma, except to other orcs. So he was quite attractive to humans, but really hot to orcs. And since he ended up taking over an orcish tribe at one point, that worked well for him.
I thought you said orchestra for a second. And I was like, you
That
play
comes
the
later.
coolest games. Alright, so now as
So
you're
yeah.
taking this cart through the city, nobody bothers you. They like kind of glance, but they're like, whatever. And you pull into the little side streets of Gull's Foot, and the bread seller's there. He sort of nods at you guys. Pauses and stop hawking is where it's like, hello. And then as you pull in the cart, which is just squeaking by through these really narrow walls.
I want to stop at the bread seller just for
Okay.
a moment. I want to ask him if he has any bread that makes you a better negotiator.
He grins.
Charisma bread.
Come back tomorrow. I'll figure
Alright.
something out.
I'll do that. I love this man.
Does he have a name yet?
He's the bread seller.
Ask him his name.
He's
Don't ask him
ephemeral.
his name. He is
I
the
think
bread
that-
seller.
I think
No.
he's like. I think he's a magical being from
Potion
another
seller.
dimension.
I love magic.
He owns a mystical bread store that pops between dimensions.
That's the dream, honestly.
But as you guys are standing in front of him, he's like, well, I still have that bread that helps you sleep better. I have some bread with new fruit. Very strange, has to be cured for a long time before it can be used, but very aromatic, and he sort of whiffs it under your nose. And it smells delicious. It's like, this is really good, but I haven't figured out what it does yet.
I will take one.
I'll
Okay.
take the bread that makes you safer. What was the armor bread or the health bread? I don't remember which one.
It was the... Hold on. I really feel like I wrote this down, but that may be hard to find.
It brought me
I'm
back
gonna
from
burn
death
a
the third
spell
time I
slot
died.
and
It was
cast
like the-
Detect magic.
I think it was the health bread.
Yeah, there is a health bread. I'm just trying to remember what he actually called it. I'll look
So
it up later.
I'm casting Detect Magic right now.
Yeah, I will get there in a second, dear.
Okay. Just checking.
Sorry. No, I heard you. I just want to make sure. Okay, I can't remember, but I think it's like bread of protection or something, and I'll look through my paper notes and let you know exactly so it can start being added to the wiki cough. Cyrenix, you cast Detect Magic, and there seems to be very faint wisps of something, but they blink in and out, and you can't quite tell. It's almost like it's the potential for magic.
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
It doesn't
Can I-
have any specific school of magic that I can tell.
If you could tell me all the schools of magic and what they do, then they might have a specific school of magic.
Abjuration, Protecty, Transmutation, Transformy, Evocation, Blasty, Conjuration, Summony or Teleporty,
Well, evocation is also
Necromancy. Necromancy is healing actually.
not in fifth
Necromancy, yes, in 5th ed. Potions
ed.
are
I
necromantic.
just opened up
In
Cure Wounds
fifth
as a
ed-
school of evocation.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're what?
Cure Wounds is evocation.
That makes no goddamn sense.
No.
All
'cause
right,
it's
so
like-
they're the Healy kind wisps and the abjuration wisps a little bit, and then there's one for like convincing people wisps, but it's sort of like being well liked rather than better negotiator.
it would be
Okay.
enchantment.
Derek,
Can
you
I-
agree that that's stupid, right?
What's not
It,
necessarily.
it shouldn't be evocation.
Can I have the mystery bread, please?
You did 2 copper. Sorry.
Is there any? And that's the only magic in the area. The guy doesn't emit any magic per se.
He is emitting a sunniness and a happiness and some kind of thoughtfulness. He's thinking on Jamra's problem.
But it's mundane, or is it magical?
It's mundane.
Oh, okay.
Duh.
I don't know. I asked about magic, and you said those things.
I told you about the wispies. You can't know everything. You know everything, you wouldn't have anything to learn.
I can sense all the magic within 30 feet of me that's not blocked by anything.
The
But yeah. Okay.
Well,
Okay. There's a
Regardless,
slight
magic
slit of magic that's very powerful coming out from under the door of the bushy tail.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's 1 copper for the health bread.
I think it was 2 copper for any bread that wasn't regular.
Sounds good. I'll head into the bushy tail.
Sir Nexia, are you dropping divine magic, detect magic at all?
I'll hold it up for the 10 minutes.
You are blasted by all sorts of magic as you step into this shop
Yeah, I think you.
of all kinds. All right. As you look up, the woman who owns the place looks up and beams. Well, hello!
Hello,
Hi.
hello, hello.
Hi.
How are you? How have you been? I see you
We
have a
some
cart outside.
spiders. We have some spiders for you.
Yes, we
Mm.
have. There was the 1 spider we brought you before, and now we have brought you 2 more of the normal spiders, and then we have something special that I think that you might be interested in.
Oh.
We have the nearly intact corpse, just perforated in a few places, of a phase spider.
Her eyes get huge. Brilliant. Do you... Ooh. But she, like, gestures you around back to... And then sort of changes her mind and leads you back. And then says, drive it through the door.
I will take it in if it can be brought in through the door.
The
wide
door
enough?
sort of shifts as you bring the wagon in, and all of a sudden, the wagon empties, and you are back outside, but the wagon is empty.
Oh, that's cool.
And I have no idea if that's D&D legal, but it is in my head.
What? You
can
cut
have
out.
whatever magic
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah, and like there's all sorts of cool NPC magic.
Yeah.
But I want the amazing door though. That sounds like a cool enchantment to put on a door. It's just useful.
And
You'd never
those
have
of
to get
you...
your groceries again.
And as those of you who are inside suddenly see 4 spiders and an egg sac appear in the center.
And of course, we have what seem to be the eggs of the creature as well.
Yes,
Found
yes.
directly next to it in the chamber.
I see. She sort of walks around first the giant spiders, and she sort of looks at them and cocks her head to the side, and she says, "You singed these."
A bit, yes.
Disappointing. I can't offer you more than 8 gold pieces for all of those.
Well, we have one additional spider, which was not so singed as well.
No, I know.
Right.
I'm looking at all of them, and I
We haven't brought all. There's another one back at the hole in the ground.
No, because you were able to fit. There was one
You're gonna
on
take all of
Tensor's
them?
floating. Yeah, you fit two regular spiders on Tensor's floating disc, and then one
okay.
giant spider fit on top of the face spider in the egg sac.
Okay. Let's say-
So you have to bring in Tensor's floating disc through the door physically, but in the end, like everything's on the floor. She sort of looks at it and is like, "Yeah, for these 3 spiders, I can't possibly offer you more than 8 gold. The
that is
singeing
fair
is."
enough. We had brought in the one before. That would bring us up to 13. I believe you had quoted the tracking device at 15. I would be happy to cover the differential for that.
Yes, of course.
Do you-
Hmm?
Any interest in the eggs, or we think they're still good?
I'll
Those are
get there,
alive
child.
spiders.
I will get there. Trust me.
Oh, poor agate.
Is the 8 gold including the one face spider or just the
No,
normal?
she's not
No,
there yet.
no.
She's just talking about the great spiders.
Oh, okay. I thought this was including. I was
like,
confused.
No,
what?
no.
No. Just the giant spiders. She was like, 2 of these are singed. I can't possibly give you the full price. One of them also has a tooth, like a fang broken off. So she's like, this is very disappointing. I can't do much with these. I was looking forward to being able to do so much more. All right. She sort of sets them aside in her mind, like you can physically see her compartmentalizing.
Disabling giant spiders without harming them in the slightest. Because if so, we would be happy to use those methods next time.
So next as she just looks at you and flicks her eyes down to your feet and then slowly looks up your body and then looks away. Like, just really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you
I thought she was being
implying
checked out.
something?
No. And found wanting.
Well, regardless.
I was, yeah. So does she ignore me after that?
Yeah, pretty much. She
Okay,
starts
well, what about
walking
the other one?
around the face spider and sort of picks up its legs and tests. And she sort of looks at the 2 legs that had gotten caught and like sort of bent backwards, and she sort of croons to it almost. She's just like, "Oh, poor thing. That's not good. But fixable. Not the end of the world." And sort of walks around and checks its fangs and checks the body and sort of pushes down on its thorax and sees where the wound is. And sort of, yes. She's silent for about 30 seconds. And then she looks straight at you, Jamra, and says, 16 gold.
Oh, please. You understand that spider is worth far more than 16 gold.
Well, how much were you thinking? Do you know the market?
No, I think I am actually quite well versed in the buying and selling of exotic materials. Can I make a check to determine how much I think it would be worth, sort of in a market sense?
Just make a straight intelligence check.
Okay. Natural 20.
You can definitely get her to go up to at least 25.
Saying this, you know that this is worth at least 25.
Yes. But it's not in very good condition. 2 of its legs are practically broken off. It's of no use to me.
And as you say, fixable. Besides, Along with this spider comes a useful business relationship. You see, we came to you first. We could have gone quite a few different places.
My dear, I'm the easiest one to deal with in the city.
Exactly. Let's maintain that ease. No reason to give us reasons to look elsewhere. But
20 gold. I don't have more in my stores right now. Especially since we have to
Insight
look at the
check.
exact. Go ahead.
I could consider 20 if you were willing to offer something in addition. Um, you
She
have
definitely
a
has more than 20 gold in her stores.
I know that.
I'm telling Orentha, who did an insight check.
Oh, okay.
I got a
Oh, sorry.
23 insight check.
Okay.
Let's say you have a certain felicity for creation of interesting magical objects. If you would be interested in taking on a student, 20 would be acceptable.
My time is worth much more than 5 gold.
Oh, I understand, of course, but a student's labor can also be quite the assistance, especially when you're working with the more frustrating and mundane aspects of the process.
She sort of looks you up and down. With the company you keep, I would be surprised if that were true. But
Friends are not always
Fine.
around.
you may come back when you know more.
Agreed.
But 25 gold for the face spider, and we will stop wasting our precious time.
She turns to you now. I mean, you could try and sell it to someone else for 20 gold, but that's really...
We could probably sell it to somebody else for 30 gold.
25. Fine. She sort of writes it down in a little account book. The egg
Wait.
sac. Well, we won't be sure if these are regular spiders or if they are face
Derek,
spiders
do you still
until they
have
hatch.
your detect magic up?
I don't think it's been 10 minutes yet.
No, I haven't.
Did the sac glow? Space spiders are innately magical creatures, as Maria said earlier, so they should probably glow with conjuration magic since they are planar shifting.
That's a good point. So, yes. It would
does
be.
glow?
Yes.
If you have any capability of discerning the magic in an object, you should be able to see the magic in the conjuration sword.
Exactly the sort that you would expect to emanate from the offspring of a creature that constantly shifts between planes. We understand the quality.
She looks at you and nods. Fine. These will be hard to move, though.
Of course, but you are very skilled.
Yes, it's just hundreds of eggs. Not hundreds, it's too small. She sort of walks around it, pokes it a little bit. Just rubs the stickiness between her fingers, tastes it. Yes. Alright. For this, 50 gold. Most of them will die as soon as they hatch.
And can we be certain that they will not escape and cause problems? It is the safety of the people here that is the utmost concern.
No. These are phase fighters. A quarter of them will disappear into the ethereal plane as soon as they're born. But the rest of them, those that don't die and that make it to adulthood, their blood is very useful. So it's
Far
up to you.
safer to be here and contained Cernixia, particularly given the skill of the one containing them.
How many eggs were there, did you say? Did we-
She didn't say exactly. She just
She
sort of
didn't, she just said-
guesstimated.
She said it wasn't hundreds because it was too small a sack.
Even 2 or 3 of these creatures escaping and growing could cause the deaths of innocents.
Cernixia. They are not.
I'll let you think about it. And she sort of walks away and starts tending to the other spiders that she purchased.
Cernixia. They are not. First of all, they are young yet. Anything when they hatch, they would be the size of your fingernail. You would not be talking about some plague being unleashed. These are not uncommon creatures. They are
They're fairly uncommon.
on our plane, yeah, or on this plane, yes, but elsewhere, not so much. They can travel fairly easily, as you see. If there is a problem that comes from them later, we can deal with it.
While you guys are discussing this, I'm going to the shopkeeper with my chipmunk and be like, "Excuse me, are you quite sure that alive?"
She sort of looks down at you and goes, "Oh no, dear, it's very dead."
So this is for flavor, but I'm going to cast Find Familiar, and it's going to turn animate it.
As you do that, she sort of blinks and she says, "I'm so sorry. I was mistaken. It is alive and bonded to you. You will be able to bring it
Look at
back
it.
whenever you wish, even if it dies."
I look at her. I'm like, did you make it alive? Hi, and I
She
look at it.
nods. Only because we've done such good business, my dear.
Oh my gosh.
I love her.
This woman.
And you know, she sort of taps her chin. You know, for 2 gold, I could actually make her quite more useful to you.
I'm just very excited and also very convinced that she just brought my chipmunk to life. So I'm gonna hug her.
Oh, thank you. Would you like me to perform an additional service on this creature for you?
Your audio's really bad. What
Sorry.
was that again?
She basically asked if we would like her to perform an additional service on the creature for you. It would be 2 gold.
Bless you.
Yeah, sure. What do you think would be best for it now that it's
Well-
alive now? I don't want to hurt it.
Oh, no, dear. It will be able to carry things for you.
Ooh.
Ass.
The most
And
terrifying
then-
unseen servant.
And I, very gingerly hand the chipmunk over.
She passes her hand over it, hands it back to you, and says, 2 gold, please. Or I could just take it off your tab.
How much gold?
2.
Okay, I give her. I'm sorry, your audio is. I give her 2 gold.
Okay. She smiles and just stuffs it into like her little. It seems like there's a little pouch around her neck, and she stuffs it in there.
Okay, I am pleased, and I'm gonna. What guys? What should I name? What should I name my chipmunk? I didn't think it was alive, but now it is.
Were any of you watching her as this went down?
No, I think we
I
were
think we
supposed
were
I was talking with
having a
Sarah
heated debate.
Okay.
Okay, so I run over and be like, guys, remember how you guys didn't think it's alive? Look at it.
How
The
does it
ch-
move? Does it move? Does it move like a normal chipmunk, Sarah, or does it move like a taxidermy chipmunk that's a little stiff?
Also, are its eyes glowing?
Yes.
Eyes
Oh,
are
Yes, to which
glowing.
one?
It
Both?
it
Sarah, I can't hear
moves
you.
glowing and it moves like a regular chipmunk.
Okay. Oh, well, well done.
Extraordinary.
why?
The chipmunk chatters.
Jamra,
Yes,
this
Alexia.
still seems to be too much of a risk.
How is it too much of a
Not
risk?
like unleashing dozens of these spiders. Perhaps they may be naturally occurring at common, but so are troglodytes. They are pests and they are dangerous.
They are not simply pests. Cyrenixia, you guard the things in the world that you can. You build the structures and safety for those that you can, but she will do her best to secure them. And should they not be able to be secured, we will hunt down any that escape. But
But we have the opportunity now to make it more safe by destroying them. We're not doing this for the money. We can make 50 gold
We're
each
not?
in 2 weeks. We don't need 50 gold right now for the spider. We can have that in 2 weeks with our new job.
We-
What if we just made an agreement that if anything happens with the spiders, she lets us know so we can take care of it.
But she's
Exactly.
also
Then she
said
gets
that
then she gets the spiders.
1/4 of them will vanish to the ethereal plane. We have no way of tracking that. They are gone. They may come back, and they will come back again somewhere.
those creatures
even
Those
bigger.
creatures do not mature in our plane, they mature in the ethereal. That is their native home. It is the equivalent of releasing a rat that you catch in your house into the countryside, into the field. It is,
I think we should let the spiders go home.
we do it this way, they will be born. They will have a chance to live on their own. That is worth something.
You say that, but she will also kill as many of them as she can.
She will, and others will live. You wish to kill them all. Do not play the humanitarian now. Listen, this money that we have now can do us good. And with that, we will build something good. That's worth something.
I can't hear anyone but Jack.
We're not. No one's
They haven't
talking
said
right now.
Okay.
Silently contemplating. Say.
Listen, I cannot say that I have known you all my days, but I can say that in the time that I have met you, you do not seem like women who believe that they want to serve other men their whole lives. You seem like women who want to do something of value, of significance. Well, part of ensuring that you can do that is ensuring that you have the means to make yourself able to reach those challenges. I know my fate. I know my destiny. I am not a great man, but I can enable great people to do great things. Part of that is ensuring that they are secure.
And if we compromise and we let these creatures go, and even one or two of them come back and cause harm, that will be on our consciences. That will be our
Yes. And then we will solve that problem if it becomes a problem. But do not pretend as if it is a problem now. Those spiders, if it hadn't been for us, those spiders would already be here. We have already done more than anyone else had done with that.
And we can do even more.
And I am
Putting
saying,
off problems for tomorrow that will be grow. We can solve today.
oh please,
Foolish.
Cyrenixia, you do not solve every problem that you see immediately. You do not do it.
But when
What
there is
about
a
all of the people poor and starving in the streets that you have seen in the course of being here? What about the people that are scraping by, sleeping on dirt and cobblestones?
there are
Have you
some
spared no, listen to me. Have you spared a moment to go out there and care for them with all of your riches now? No, I know what you want to do. You want to go buy armor. And you did that for a good reason. Not because you're a fool, because you know that to give them that money now, it is gone tomorrow. But to build a better world for them, it is there forever. This is no different than spending however much you intended to do on armor instead of alms. And if it is, then you best sell that sword right now and get to the giving. But if you don't, then do not bother me with hypocrisy.
It's strange. You are arguing we should make one decision now that will greatly impact the future for the better, and I think that decision is destroying the eggs. It is
I'm
not giving
saying-
50 gold to split between the four of us. So about 12 gold each,
Yes.
if even.
I'm
Some
gonna
parts.
go. Keeper. I'm gonna ask her. You said the blood of these creatures was really useful. My friends are having some moral qualms about selling the eggs to you, but I don't really care. But we were wondering what do you make out of them? If you wouldn't mind telling us to convince my friends to maybe sell you the eggs.
Well, I mean, the blood is currently being used in development of movement spells. It's mostly what
Okay.
people want. The venom is, of course, good for anti-venoms. But the blood is unlike that of anything, and nobody wants to kill blink dogs. So,
You see that?
Oh,
It's fair.
The venom is made anti-venom, so other people won't be poisoned, and the blood ensures that they don't kill your cute little dogs.
I think that sounds fair to me.
If the spiders are not released, they will not need the anti.
There are other spiders in the world, Cernixia.
And we can capture them and bring those
Oh,
here.
can you?
We
How do
got
you
this
stop
one.
it from shifting planes?
You got lucky this time. Other people won't get lucky in the future, and then they will need the anti-venom. I don't understand why you have such an issue with this.
It is possibly sacrificing lives. Listen.
Oh,
For a few
oh,
gold
that
pieces.
was weird. Sorry, there was like a helicopter sound. Keep going.
For a few pieces of coin.
Cernixia.
It's more likely that the phased spider would kill them and eat them on the spot. From what I have seen, few people would be able to survive that long enough to make use of any anti-venom.
Cernixia. We can debate this for hours, and I am happy to argue morality with you in the future. But when we do jobs together, we need to have some level of agreement on how to separate the proceeds. Now, maybe the money doesn't mean anything to you, but I think it does to Agate, and it certainly does to me. I'm not like you. I'm not strong. I'm not fast. I don't have your martial arts, Orentha. All I have is what I can do with money. And what I can do with money is to make it grow and make it work. Work so that people don't have to work. Work so that people can feed themselves. I know I can do that. So I need this money. I need to use it. You can do what you like with your share of the proceeds, but it's not fair for you to make these moral decisions for the rest of us.
you were about to accept a lower price for the face spider so that she would teach you
Yes.
magic.
And what I did not get a chance to say because we were being occupied was that I am going to pay for the difference to you directly here, and I'll pull out a gold coin and say, here is your share of that difference. Take it. Now, I pay my debts. I am happy to do it. I'm an honest man, as I have said this far.
You are right, Genre. It is not my place to tell you what to do with your portion of our income. But I will take my eggs and I
Fair enough.
I'm sorry.
She said she wants to destroy her portion of the eggs, and I said, fair enough.
Okay.
And you, Orentha? Will you destroy your portion of the eggs?
Yes.
All right. And you, Agatha?
Oh.
All right. I'll turn to her and say, my companions are not persuaded, but we can sell you our half of the eggs for 25. Split it down the middle, eh?
She shakes her head. They can't come out of the sack. They stay in the sack until they're ready to hatch.
Well, how do you split this baby then?
You want to flip a coin?
No.
You're
It's
not
good
fun.
money. Why would we get rid of it? If you guys don't want the money, you don't have to take it.
Or you give your money away. You spend it on, I don't know, some sort of a phase spider apprehension task force.
It is
Or
not
give it an
taking
alms,
the
along
money
with your sword.
that matters, though. It is that I am allowing creatures to enter the world which will very likely cause harm and death to others.
Cyrenixia, I again speak to your hypocrisy.
There is
You allow
no
harm and death to happen to others all the time. It is only now.
Not intervening is not the same as having an active part in it.
You're not having an active part. You're choosing to
We are
not
selling
intervene.
these eggs to somebody who properly protect them or keep them from escaping.
They're
No, you're
selling
not.
eggs.
You're saying that you're not destroying them. That's the bad act that you're referring to. That's a non-action. It's the moral equivalent.
But, I mean, we're not selling them to an army. We're not selling them to someone to hurt people. We're selling them to someone to be used for products and solutions in the future. I don't understand. We're not opening a face spider conservatory.
We are selling them to make
Money.
anti-venom.
Yeah.
Uh, I find
I'm
your
getting a lot of weird feedback.
Yeah.
I find your sense of morality strange because just the other day you were killing sentient creatures. You never spoke to them. You never did anything. You just fought them and you killed them. And you took their ears and you sold them. And you sold them to show that you had murdered them. And you didn't care. And you didn't care when we sold the spiders, which had
they were
venom.
causing harm.
Oh, they cause harm to other living creatures. Well, who was here first, the troglodytes or the humans? I'm willing to bet it was the troglodytes. Listen. You can't... You cannot be...
Jack, it's something with your sound.
Oh,
I
is
don't
it?
know.
I'm
It feels
sorry.
like every time you start talking, the plane starts. Yeah.
It's Emily. Emily's
Is it
the one
Emily?
thing. Yeah.
Sorry.
Emily's thing lights up every time there's the fuzzy.
Let me.
Listen. Do what you like with your half of the money. If you must expiate your conscience, but... Or just give them to us. Then you are not doing anything. Then you're not selling them. Should be a sufficient moral barrier for you.
In all fairness, it was Jomner that found the eggs and retrieved them to begin with. If they belonged to anyone, it would be him.
I will remember this.
As will I.
I hope it does not end poorly.
As do
For
I.
all our sakes. I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
I look at Orentha. Can't hear you.
I did push to
Oh
talk.
wait.
She just walks out after Serenexia.
Right?
Oh.
Agate's gonna pick up the eggs and bring them to the counter.
Okay. They are very heavy. Please roll a strength check.
I will assist
Why'd
her.
you get me in a moral quandary? I wanted to look at her shit.
Strength check, strength check.
18 with the help.
Alright. The woman sort of looks you up and down and goes, Alright. Ready? 50 gold. And
Okay.
that makes... Did you want to purchase the tracking device now? What was it, a sugar glider?
Why do... It was a sugar glider that would follow. Yeah, that would track things. Why don't we get it in gold pieces now? And I'll talk to the rest of the group to make sure that we distribute that properly.
Okay. Sounds good. So that's
So
88
I think it comes.
gold.
Okay. 88.
Sorry.
83.
So everyone gets 22.
Shouldn't it be 83?
No, because we had 5 gold from a previous.
Yeah, we didn't collect the money
Purchase.
before.
Gotcha.
So, I will remember what you said about the tutelage. Hopefully we will be able to provide you more interesting things. And if you have any special requests, please let us know.
I found a quiet place off to the side and pulled out my lyre. Somehow I figured I've quieted it and I'm just sitting there playing on it.
Sound good?
You're push to talk, Em.
I'm finding a place to binge drink.
Before or after you get your money?
Before.
Okay.
I will turn to Agate and say, why don't we keep this together until we know how much of it they want?
Okay, that seems reasonable to me. I don't understand.
I think I do not want to speak for you, Agate, but I think it is difficult for money to feel real until you have had nothing or lost everything you have had.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Well, hopefully they don't stay mad for too long.
Aye.
I have no problems with continuing to find and sell items like this with you in the future.
Good. And I appreciate your companionship.
This as well. Did you see my chipmunk yet? I know that we were a little
He-
distracted inside.
He is adorable. Have you decided on a name yet?
Not yet. But look! He can do a trick, and I put a gold piece in front of him.
Any what?
I didn't hear
Oh,
that.
so
Oh, that's
sorry.
cool.
What did you say?
Put a gold piece in front of him, and he nibbles on it, and it's gone.
Yes.
It's the cheek pouches of holding. That is adorable.
It's good for keeping stuff too. I'm very excited.
Oh, I think that you will have a lot of fun with them. We should head back and get ready to meet our. We should head back to our new home. And we can speak to our friends when they return.
Alright, we're gonna head back.
All right.
I'm just nearby, so when I see them leave, I'll put it away and start following them.
All right. So you guys head back to Pemulp, and you get to the gates, and everyone seems very happy to see you. Tamash and Dorm seem kind of sad that Orentha isn't with you.
She said she was going to a bar. Well, perhaps she'll be back later.
Dorm grins. He says, I get off in 2 hours.
We'll see if you do.
Any idea which... Oh my gosh. I didn't think it was possible, but everyone in this
so
group...
much. Yeah, what, you didn't see that one coming?
No! I'm innocent.
I don't think he noticed it either, which is...
Would you have any idea where in the city the bar is that she's going to?
I say, well, we were in Gull's Foot, so I imagine she was looking for some place nearby. Wouldn't hurt to start there.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you.
Godspeed, my friend.
Isn't that like a couple hours away from the house?
No.
It's like an hour.
Okay.
It's an hour?
Maybe like a half hour, 15 minutes. I can't remember. I will do the things.
It's like one district over.
I've had a break. I don't remember any of my distances because I don't write
Okay.
things down because I have a good enough memory that I forget I need to. No, because like when you remember everything, it's just like, I don't need to write it down. And then 3 weeks go by and you're like, oh, I understand
Yeah.
now.
I use OneNote for all my DM stuff.
I'm using Scrivener
Mm.
because I
I haven't
paid.
tried that.
It's good. I like it.
Oh, it's paid.
It costs money, yeah.
Yeah, but I wrote like 12 novels on it, so
Well, then it's worked out for you.
yeah. Like 3rd edition, I usually ended up getting like 50% off and stuff like that, so. Because of
I'll have to
NaNoWriMo.
check it out.
It's a good program.
Is it on your computer or is it an online thing?
It's a computer thing. But there's also a iPhone app now, I think.
Gotcha. Okay. I will turn to Cyrenixia once we're at the place and say, do you want your 30 pieces of silver? Sorry, metaphor. All the Friti story. Do you want your portion?
You may have my portion of the eggs.
All right. And I will hand her portion of the rest. So that would be 6 gold pieces.
10.
Right.
10.
10?
Right,
Thought
because
it was-
a quarter
Oh,
of
yeah.
the eggs is 50.
Yeah, okay, so hold on. It's easier way to do this is 30.
So
38,
total would have been
half of 38.
22.
It was a quarter of 38.
No, it was a quarter of
9.5.
50.
It's 9.5.
It's a quarter
I
of
know,
50.
but the easiest way to do this is 88 is the total, 50 is from the eggs, subtract 50 from 88, 1/4 of...
No,
38.
the easiest way to do this is that her portion is 22. A quarter
It's
of 50 is
9.5.
12, which is 10.
It's 9.5.
Or 9.5.
We got to the same answer.
Yes! But it's so much easier to do a quarter of 50 because we work in 50s all the time.
I don't
It's
know
like,
who this
it's an
we is.
eighth of 100. It's an eighth of 100, so
Derek,
you're
you
always
get
going to see it.
9.5 gold pieces.
Wait. How much gold do... Well, we don't know if Orentha's taking her gold yet.
That's correct. We won't know until tomorrow. I don't expect that she will, though, given that she walked out. But we'll find out when she returns.
We can divide up then.
Fantastic.
What what happens on Orentha's night out?
Orentha, where are you headed?
I'm just gonna disable my push to talk for now because that's a lot. Orentha would have headed to the nearest bar that she could have found.
Nearest dive bar.
Nearest dive bar. And actually she's gonna look for a fight ring. There is one.
In a bar?
Yes.
She's gonna create one. Just punch
Yep.
someone.
Yep.
Mosh pit.
Okay. Yay. You find one called the Succulent Peach.
Oh.
What kind of establishment is this?
It's 2211. It's called the Succulent Peach.
Succulent peach. Love
Yep.
it.
This is not the eggplant.
It's basically just
I
named the
think-
juicy butt.
Yeah.
I'm tired. And as you walk in, it's seedy. There's characters there that don't smell very good. They don't look very good. The bartender is wiping things down with a very dirty cloth, and he sort of looks up at you and gestures over. The whole front line of the bar is full, but that's why he jerks his head. There's one sort of at the corner, and it's the last seat in the bar.
I will head over and sit down.
As you walk in, someone wolf whistles.
I'm already in a bad mood. Where's that motherfucker?
I feel like someone would be used to this at the Peach.
Make a perception check. It's probably the guy sitting at the table with a couple of other people making direct eye contact with you.
I would like to go and sit over with them.
They sort of roar as you sit down, and one of them goes, "A beer for the lady."
Hey, I'll take a beer.
Time catcalling ever worked.
I know.
So
I was
which-
gonna
I think
beat him
she's
up,
still
but he
planning on
got me
beating
a
him up.
beer.
There's three guys here. One of them's slightly more wizened than the other, like creepy old man type of wizened. Two others are sort of middle-aged, and
Not a wizard.
one of the guy who's making direct eye contact with you is actually not the worst-looking guy. He just stinks, and he goes, "So which one of us are you coming home with?"
I would like to chug the beer that they got me. Just
Okay.
super quick, just down the
It's-
whole thing.
The bartender like sort of plunks it down, and you grab it and sort of glug 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 glug.
Oh, she gets stronger the more she
Slam it
drinks.
down. And
That's
just
actually a free action. It mentions
take a
in
breath.
the description of free actions. Quaffing
And
is
then-
a free action.
grab the guy next to me, like grab the back of his head, like I'm gonna pull him towards me, and then slam his face down on the table.
Hey!
Yeah!
Roll an attack.
Oh. 6.
Have advantage because it's a surprise?
I don't think monks get that.
No.
Everybody gets advantage from surprise.
He's sort
That's
of like,
what it-
how are you pulling his head? Like, what are you feinting? Give me a reason to give you advantage.
I like went to like go across and like touch the back of his head like I was gonna pull him in for a kiss or something, and then just grab his hair and slam it on the table.
He yowls as you grab his hair, and then his nose. Actually, roll a damage thing. Okay, his nose cracks, and he goes, "What?" And his eyes are bloodshot and tearing. His friends are like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hey!" And they like sort of jump back, holding their beers at the ready so they don't spill anything. And one of them was like, "You bitch, that was a free beer."
Another.
Yeah, it sucked. Slam it on the ground.
Okay.
And then fight ensues. I don't know if you want to play it out because nobody else is here, but
As you slam it down, the bartender's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 hey, hey, hey." And chaos ensues. Just roll me 3 dice really quick so we can just get a feel for how the game is going.
just D20s or
Yeah, so just
Plus
roll
the
me a
attack
d.
modifier?
Yeah, go ahead.
plus attack?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay. I'll do unarmed so I don't hit anyone with my short sword.
Okay. So you manage to level. Okay.
Oh,
You
no.
decimate the 3 people around you and anyone who gets close to you. One guy manages to get in a flailing punch, and you take pity on him as his arm just sort of swings wide and sort of gently place him back down on the ground where he can't hurt anyone else. At the end, the bar is silent. There's a guy under your foot and you have your foot on his throat. The bartender just sort of like has an elbow on the bar and is resting his forehead on his fist. And it's just like, ugh. And in the back, where there's a group of like 2 women, you hear raucous clapping and like whistling. Like, "You go! Can we get you a beer?"
Hell yeah! I saunter over to them. I also plop 10 gold in front of the bartender and say, "Sorry about that, man."
He
And then I
takes it, stuffs it in before, like, he sees you bringing a hand out as if bringing out coins and doesn't even look at them before he snatches them. He's just like, "I'm taking it," stuffs it in, brings over 3 beers to the table, and you spend the night carousing. Just roll me a constitution check. Or save, or whatever it is. It's all the same to me.
it's the same. Oh boy.
You get about woozy after the second beer, and now roll me a wisdom check really quick. I'm gonna say you decide to go until you're pretty much blackout drunk and your brand new friends bring you back home.
Great. For some reason, I now feel like I
Back
have
to
the moral
their
high ground.
home or back to her home?
Her home, she's relatively comprehensible enough to get them.
I
It's where
wasn't
they
sure
need
what
to
she was
go.
asking for.
Maybe that's what she's
Unless,
into.
I mean, Orentha, what do
I
you
don't
want to
know. I
do?
didn't know what she was going
Where do you
for.
want to get?
No,
Okay.
it's exciting enough. I'll
Okay.
go back home.
Alright. Is anyone else doing anything before we finish up for the night?
I'll sit down with the house guards and everyone at dinner and just like tell this story of our exploits, gussied up but like fundamentally accurate, and just try to end up with like a good relationship with all the staff.
Okay, roll me a performance check because you're storytelling.
Okay.
I will go also just be unfailingly polite and well-mannered.
It's a 4.
I'm not really sure how you could fail that because you probably have Agate backing you up to a degree. So I'm gonna say like it's not scintillating, but they're not like they're interested. It's sort of like good-natured listening, but it's not like they're hanging on to every word. They're except for like the 2 that actually saw the face spider, and those people are just like. Durham takes over basically as soon as he has dinner.
Yeah, the guards that are at the table while he's telling this story, do they have any like jewelry on their fingers or anything of that variety?
No, about 3 of them seem to have just plain gold bands, but no jewels.
Oh, steal wedding rings now.
I'm not gonna do that.
But do you know what they are?
They could be rings of protection or something. It's alright, it's not worth it. Let's make friends.
These are our
Just gonna-
coworkers.
Yes.
I'm just gonna quietly continue to listen.
All right. So after a night of good food
I'd
and
like to find just a quick moment to find genre after things. I'm sorry if I came across as curt today. Well, I do still believe you were wrong. I should not have let my anger shine.
I appreciate your words, and I understand. I have not, as you say, I too have not changed my opinion, but I want you to know that I respect you very much, Cyrenixia. And I believe that you are a good person.
Thank you.
Just perhaps a little too certain of what that good may be.
You should know that while I have accepted this for the time being, do not expect this to be a frequent pattern of events should similar problems continue to arise.
Cyrenixia. I'm happy to work with you. I'm happy to do good things with you. I'm happy to accompany you in your crusade to right the wrongs of the world, but as I said before, we have different means of accomplishing good ends. From everything you have said, there is a certain desire for you to prove something about who you are. I desire that too. I think we are trying to prove similar things, but I'm not going to get in your way. I just ask that you not get in mine.
I will try,
And I the same.
but if you do not wish difficulties, it may be better if I am not made aware of your more troublesome problem.
That is fair.
I must do as the code requires, and there are limits to the flexibility with which I can allow.
And you have your code, and I have mine. I am of a proud people, and there are things that I cannot back down from. But we will do the best we can.
Indeed we shall.
Now, come, enjoy dinner. We did good things today. Yeah, just. And besides, I think there are quite a few young men who want to meet you.
That is not something that I am particularly interested in. There are greater matters. It would be but a distraction.
It's not a distraction to speak to the men who you may someday command. It's a worthwhile investment of time.
That is a worthwhile investment. I did
Well.
not. I thought you had other indication.
I do not assume. I try not to.
Very well. Yes. We should enjoy our dinner.
We should. I'll just proceed back to the group with Cyrenixia.
As will I.
okay. Agate, anything else you want to do?
I make sure that at dinner, I sneak lots of food to my chipmunk. Ends up being a disproportionately large portion of food because I don't know when he's full and he just keeps wanting to eat. And I'm like, all right, here you go. You know, I want to give you everything you need. So my food goes to the chipmunk.
Oh.
Its cheeks get bigger and bigger, and its little nose goes like this.
I can't see you.
Can't see you.
Oh, it's like up and down hamster movement that you are very familiar with.
Oh.
That is all I would like to do.
Do we encounter Orentha the next day?
Actually, if I notice Orentha
Yes.
come in being totally wasted, I probably don't. But if I do I?
I mean, it depends on your sleeping quarters. You're sort of in a bunkhouse with 8
Oh, did we
beds,
not? I thought we got
and you
private
guys.
rooms.
Oh, did you get offered private rooms?
I
I
thought that
can't
was
remember.
why it was gonna be like
Yeah.
a gold piece.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
You do have private rooms in the bunkhouse, so you're all sort of on a hallway.
I feel like with my constitution check, I did not have a very late night.
No.
So they might encounter me when I come back.
I wouldn't bug her tonight.
If I when I so I I'm gonna you sort of stagger in like towards the end of dinner.
Yeah. Just slump down on a bench and eat a little bit.
Tamash brightens up so much, and he like brings you whatever you need, sits down next to you, like sort of elbows another guard out of the way.
Okay.
I will also approach Orentha.
Sorry,
I
Alexia.
can make that better for you if you'd like.
It's fine now. I may require your services in the morning. Or maybe right before I go to bed.
Just let me know. If it is penance you desire, I would rather not interfere. But I'm here. And I will go back to eating. If you want me to do some lay on hands to make that a more pleasant evening, I'd be happy. to provide that.
Okay. I will take that later. Maybe after I finish eating.
Sounds good.
And drunkenly lay my head on Serenexia's shoulder. Aww.
Agate, did you get my message?
Agate was not paying attention. Let me see.
All right.
Okay,
Check
yes.
the chat. Okay, great. All right, and with that,
Man, that's amazing. Yes.
I reserve the right to modify this if needed. But
I think
and
it's
feel free to
perfect.
share with whomever you like.
I'll just put it in the chat.
Here, and I'll just add the
Oh no, it's poor cheeks. That's really useful.
What happens to the things inside if the chipmunk is killed?
love it.
What?
good
What
question.
happens to the things
I'll
inside
figure
if
that
the
out.
chipmunk dies?
You probably just can't access it until you resummon him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
You're like the
Cheeks
chipmunk.
I'm holding.
That is wonderful.
The
I figured
chubbiest cheek.
That's a really cheap cheeks of holding.
She
it's
did
also a
cast
much
5
smaller
familiar on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always imagine that, like, if it's ever killed, everything in the cheeks, like, just gets left there.
Yeah.
Not quite so OP.
So we can have that happen. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
In the morning, I would like to approach Orentha and ask her if she wants her share of the egg money. Once she has been sobered up by Serenixia.
Okay.
Not before.
Are you banging on her door or waiting till breakfast?
No, I'm gonna wait until breakfast.
Okay.
Hey, do
I'm
you
not
want your
stupid.
money?
I am.
Careful, she took down a
upon my
bar.
oath, I am not a stupid man.
I cannot say no to you, Agate. And I will take the money.
You mean Jumra?
But Jamra was the one that was.
Oh, I thought Sarah just asked.
No, it was me.
What genre?
Came to ask if you want your money.
Sure.
All right. I will give you 1/3 of the 50 since.
I already put it in my account.
I don't know how much 1/3 of 50 is though.
I know. 3.3
I just took the 22 from the
or
88.
33.
total.
Well, you could.
What?
So you get the 22 from the 88 total. But also, what? Yeah.
It's 33.3333.
Jack is.
Oh yeah, it's
sharing-
1/3 of So we split 78.5 into thirds, right?
Yeah, so it's gonna be 26
Times. I'm just.
3. No, it's 1 6.
No, it's 26.16666.
That's
Okay.
right.
26.
Just 26 gold.
26 gold, one silver, 6 copper.
Okay.
And 2 of you can have 7 copper.
What's this?
I won't do that. 26. I think 4 more.
Oh no, more math.
60.
Yep, that's my job. It would have been really easy if I just taken my portion, but no.
Yeah,
I
I made
stand by
it
my
so
principles.
pretty.
It was great.
I will stand by my principle.
That was really good though.
That was fun. I liked that.
I enjoyed it. All
That
right.
was really interesting. I have a question for Maria now.
Do you want it on the
Are-
stream
are-
or?
I don't care.
Okay, good.
Are we doing downtime now
Yes.
until our next thing?
We can
Okay.
do that. Yeah, let's just take some. How much time do you guys want off?
I guess
Roughly.
it's just until our next job. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So think
Yeah.
about what you'd like to do during downtime, and we'll just address for the 4 of you next time based on how much time I decide between this and the next thing.
Cool.
And then we'll see how much progress you make on it, and just remind me the day before our session.
All right.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. This was
How
fun.
much XP?